With New Mexico ranking at the bottom of the barrel in education for yet another year, state leaders are looking for solutions. One proposal adding time to the school year.
But the idea is getting mixed response. News 13's Marilyn Upchurch spoke with leaders and parents.
The Public Education Department has said more time learning could be part of the answer to New Mexico's student performance problems. Now lawmakers are considering how that might work.
I think that there are a lot of conflicting opinions about whether or not extending the school year is the best way to invest our money.
The idea of more time in the classroom has teachers and parents wondering, will it solve the problem?
The time they come to school already, I think it's enough.
Currently, 1st through 6th grade have to go to school for at least 990 hours a year. For secondary students, it's at least 1,080 hours. Right now, there are 3 proposals, 2 in the House and 1 from the governor's office, that would add time to the school year. All 3 proposals would increase the school year to 1,140 hours. For younger students, that's an extra 150 hours or 5 weeks. For older students, that's 60 more hours or 2 weeks. Teachers Union President Alan Bernstein says for that to work, teachers would also need more prep time.
And as a person who works with all educators, is extending the time for kids has to include time for adults. That is where the change comes from, and that would make it the most positive added benefit for students.
Bernstein says she would favor a bill that devotes at least 60 of those hours to the teachers. Representative Joy Garrett, a sponsor of House Bill 130, says her bill would do just that.
The other thing that's unique to it and different from the one from the LFC is that there's 60 hours of embedded professional development and collaboration time for teachers. It's not on top of the 1140, it's held within.
Meanwhile, House Bill 194 and the governor's proposal would reserve the 1140 for class time and add 80 hours on top of that for professional work time. The time could be used for planning, parent-teacher conferences, collaboration, and more.
This isn't a one-size-fits-all. What Mosquero needs, where there's under 100 kids, is very different than what Rio Rancho School District needs.
Under the proposals, schools would decide whether to add a few extra minutes to the end of the school day or tack the days onto the end of the school year. It would be applied to all public schools. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Marilyn. Garrett's bill passed its first committee. Each proposal would cost more than $300 million.